So first of all, I would like to welcome you all for joining this session. Thank you for taking out time and joining this session. This is not a pure play session in which we will be talking about what are um, uh, actually we will be doing much of intense training. It is just a boot camp or an icebreaker where I will be walking you through what artificial intelligence is all about, why people are talking so much about it, and why it has become the buzzword in today's world. So, as we will progress, what is your understanding of artificial intelligence? Any thoughts, whatever you think, whatever you feel, you can just drop in your answers. What do you think when somebody says artificial intelligence? What is that comes to your mind? And here, guys, this is just an interactive session. Okay, so there is no correct answer or incorrect answer. So forget about it. Whatever comes to your mind, you can quickly drop in whatever you think artificial intelligence is all about. Uh, Let me break it out for you. Let's assume there is a robot which has been created in a factory. Okay. And we all know in factories, we have a controlled environment, be in terms of temperature, be in terms of light, humidity, so many things, right? And the factories where we make high-end electronic items, they have more controlled environment. Uh, Now, once the robot has been created, designed, developed, and it's ready to use in factory, we drop that robot in a farmland. Okay. Now, you just imagine how the environment in the farmland would be. It will be totally different. The intensity of light, the wind, humidity, dust, everything would be there, right? So there will be change in light, there would be change in environment, there would be change in dimension. But despite of all these changes in the environment in which the robot needs to operate, if it is able to perform the task seamlessly, we call it we call it as generalized learning. That means the robot, whether it is working in a house, inside a house, or in a on a factory shop or in farmland, it will exactly do what it is expected to do. Then, moving further, let's assume in the farmland, robot reached to a point where there is a diversion, or the road on which the robot was walking gets divided into two. One side, as you can see in the image, is a very good paved road, whereas on the other side, the road is not that good. It is uh, having gravels, and it is not very in a very good shape. Now here, the robot needs to take a decision that in order to continue the journey further, which road I should be choosing. The road A, which is paved one, or the road B, which is not paved. So I would like to hear from you guys, if you are in this situation, which road you would prefer to walk, the road A or the road B? Quickly, give me your answers. Whether you would prefer to walk on road A or uh, road B. Okay. What I can make out from the responses that I have received is everyone would prefer to walk on road A because it is more smooth. So similarly, our robot also decided to walk on road A. And how the robot was able to do this? Because of the capability of reasoning. That means by reasoning, we simply mean the capability to decide what is right, what is wrong, what is good, what is bad. So the robot has the capability of reasoning. Moving further, after walking couple of after covering some more distance, the robot comes to a point where there is a small stream. Robot needs to cross this stream without getting wet. So in this situation, what we will, and let's assume we provide our robot with couple of planks. And if we as human being land in a similar situation, what we will do is using those planks, we will create a small bridge and will cross the stream without getting wet. Here, the robot is also doing the same thing. And what is that? That is problem solving. So, in nutshell, what we can say is the machines are the products of artificial intelligence which mimics the human brain, and how these machines are able to mimic or behave in a way how brain behaves is with the help of algorithms and some mathematical functions. And that's how the machines which are artificially intelligent comes into play. So I hope I was able to explain you what is the concept behind artificial intelligence, or what are the machines which can be put in the category of artificially intelligent, and how it is how these machines are developed. So is nothing but it provides machines with the capabilities first to adapt. Remember what we spoke in our previous example, a robot made in a factory, we are shifting it to a farmland, and again, still, though there is a change in environment, but the machine is still performing the way we expected it to work. That means it is the machine is capable of adapting to the new environment. Then machine has the power to do the reasoning. That means deciding which road it should be following, the paved one or the unpaved road. Then it has the capability of providing solutions. Now, today, if somebody, you ask someone that, are you using artificial intelligence? You may get answers, no, I'm not using it, I'm not into a technical job, or this is not my job requirement. But the fact is, most of us are using artificial intelligence even without knowing it. Anyone who is using a smartphone, anyone who is using internet for any work, or even as simple as doing online shopping, that means you are using artificial intelligence. The Siri on iPhones, the Google Assistant, all these are examples of artificial intelligence. You might have observed that if you make a particular search on Google, say for example, if you search for the the best institute from where I can learn AI, just do this search once on your Google and spend couple of seconds going through the links and all. Trust me, your social media post, whether it is on Facebook or on Instagram, will get flooded with advertisements related to AI institutes or different courses related to AI. How all this is happening? Because there are algorithms who are observing, studying, and analyzing your behavior, what type of content you are consuming, and basis that the models sitting behind those websites or those applications are capable enough of identifying your preferences and providing you with the content that suits your requirement or which meets your preferences or your choice. All right, let's move ahead. So, as I told you, artificial intelligence, this slide I have kept just for uh, pure knowledge only, which talks about like if somebody asks you, okay, you attended a boot camp in for artificial intelligence, so what is your understanding? This is what you can tell that person. So artificial intelligence is that branch of computer science that focuses on creating machines that can perform tasks that typically require human intelligence. These tasks include learning. Yes, AI models can learn very fast, reasoning wherever you need to take a decision, then problem solving, then understanding language. Nowadays, uh, if we go back in the history when the computers just got introduced, so most of the computer codes were written in binary form, right? In the form of zeros and ones. And I, being an old guy, I can say this that when I was in my school uh, or the earlier days of my college, if somebody says that I want to learn computer science, people were like, you will have to master a language. And there were different languages, low level language, machine level language, then high level language, so on and so forth. But these days, with the advancement in technology, with the introduction of artificial intelligence, the models have become so intelligent, so smart that you need not to do any coding. By coding, what we mean is writing the entire thing. And later in the session today, I will show you that how difficult uh, uh, the coding can be, and with the help of AI, how easy it has become. Nowadays, if we a very good example is Alexa, right? We need not to um write any code or something for Alexa to do a task for us. We simply say, switch on the light, play this music, what is the distance? Like as if we are talking to someone, a natural human being, right? So here it is even understanding the languages. Then perception. By perception, what we mean is when AI can recognize image, sound, and patterns, right? In uh, you might have seen for in the corporate world, if I may take that example, we are having the biometrics to mark the attendance, or in your smartphones, we have got the feature of face unlock, or in the biometrics again, by recognizing your face, the access is granted, so on and so forth. So this is perception. So the this is what the artificial intelligence is all about in nutshell. Moving further, let's go back in history. Something really great happened in year 1903. And what was that? Can anyone recognize this image? What is coming on the screen right now? What is this machine is? Absolutely, aeroplane. So this is the image or picture of first aeroplane which was developed by Wright brothers way back in 1903. Obviously, they did a great invention, and once you create something great, you make money out of it. But do you know, with the invention of airplanes, the amount of money what Wright brothers have made, more than that, today, the companies who are providing uh, air travel services, they are minting money like anything. The second one is the airports. The third one is aircraft leasing companies. So, though there was one invention, that is aircraft or airplanes, but with that invention, see, avenues for so much of earning has come up. And none of these, whether it is the airline companies or the airports or the aircraft leasing companies, they have made zero contribution in inventing, designing, or making flying a reality. Okay. And I'm sure some of you may have this question that from artificial intelligence, how come we have come to the air? We are talking about aeroplanes or airlines and all. I'll come to that. Before that, still we are in history. In year 1927, something was again invented. And it's a, what is it? Can you recognize this? Can you identify what is there on the screen right now? Yes, it's a fridge or a refrigerator, whatever you call it. So again, it was invented in year 1927. Same, yes, whosoever invented the fridge must have made some money, but the reality is the ice cream sellers, the cold drink companies or the cola companies, the restaurants, the companies who are dealing in frozen food, they are making huge amount of money just because of this one invention, that is refrigerator. Not too far in history, in year 1950, 1950s, something again big happened, that was internet. And now, because of internet, the social media companies, be it Facebook, be it Instagram, WhatsApp, and there are so many other platforms, right? They are making money. Google, then Yahoo and other search engines, they are also making money. Then we have big giants like Amazon, Flipkart, and all. Today uh, they are like big corporate giants. And why they were able to become big corporate giants? Because of internet, the online shopping has become possible, right? So why I gave you these three examples was just to tell you that to be successful, be big and do something absolutely mind-boggling or becoming a huge in whatever uh, work you are doing, it is not necessary that you should create something new. If something has already been created, you can start using it in the best possible manner and you can be big. And today, what we are talking about is the artificial intelligence or the AI models. Just to give you a brief, these are some, here on the screen, I have listed out some of the prominent companies or the pioneers who are developing AI infrastructure, or these are the companies who have invested heavily in developing artificial intelligence model, or what we normally refer as AI models. Now it's our turn, okay, for developing a AI infrastructure or for creating a AI model. It may take uh, good sum of money. It may require good a heavy investment. It may require hell lot of efforts, time, energy, and a gang of experts to create something. And right now, I, as an individual, I don't have all those resources. Fair enough. What I can do is something is already there. I just need to build in on that thing what is available to me and start using it for my benefit. Some of the industries where the AI models or AI infrastructure is used very extensively is telecom. And here I have listed out some of the companies who are using it extensively. This is banking and financial services. Then we have got healthcare and pharma, where it is used extensively. Then we have got technology and software. Yes, obviously. Then we have got supply chain and logistic, where again AI models are using extensively. And I don't think any one of you would have been surprised to know that in telecom industry or banking and finance, healthcare or pharma, technology, supply chain, AI models or uh, AI tools are used. I'm sure none of you would have surprised. Now, let me surprise you. When AI was introduced, yes, those who built AI, those who knew what it is capable of doing, they had a assumption that, okay, these are some of the industries which will get revolutionized with the introduction of AI. These are some of the sectors which will use AI heavily. But can you beat this? Nowadays, people are using AI in even beekeeping or honeybee farming. Isn't it amazing? Drop here what why I brought this fact for you guys, why I shared this fact with you guys is to tell you one simple thing or drive home one simple message. No matter what you are currently doing, AI can be of great help in whatever you are doing. It's just that you need to think through. You need to figure out that what I am doing currently, how I am doing it currently, and where can I bring in AI. Start with baby steps. Solve a very small problem for you. Let me show you an example. My LinkedIn page, which is I have just brought up. Now, there are a number of posts that people are doing on LinkedIn. There may be some post on which you want to comment on, right? Let me figure out. Yes. So let's take example of this. Mr. Subrat Kumar Nandi, he posted something as a chapter of my professional journey. Business school came to close. Okay, fine. He has spoken about what he has achieved and so on and so forth. Basically, it's a farewell message that Mr. Subrat has posted on. Now, you let's assume you know Mr. Subrat and you want to write a comment on his post. One option is you go through the entire post, which is this post is quite big. Then you draft a comment for this post. And I'm sure by looking at this, the length of this post, it will take at least 5 to 10 minutes to read, understand this entire post, and then draft a comment. I'm not going to do any of that. I will simply copy the entire post and I will go back to a GPT tool which I have created for myself. So here what I will do is I will simply post the uh, LinkedIn post on which I want to comment. I've simply pasted it. I have not done anything else. And I will press the enter button. And I'm relaxing. See, uh, I'm done, right? And trust me, guys, if you go through the entire post and if you read this comment, it will resonate to it very much. I've been using this particular tool that I have created for myself for last almost 1 month, and I have not seen an instance where I wanted to write something or the response what I got from the AI tool is completely bizarre. And now what I will do is I will simply copy this. I will go back to the LinkedIn page and I'm done. Simple. The task, what as I just discussed with you, could have taken me from anywhere between 10 to 15 minutes. I was able to do in, I guess, somewhere around 3 minutes, right? Okay. Now, when we talk about types of AI tool, depending on how the AI tools are designed or how they are working, the AI tools can be broadly classified into three categories. And the first one is standalone AI tools. By standalone AI tools, what we mean is these are the AI models which are designed and developed for doing a particular task, like chat gpt for mostly we use it for alphabetic processing. That means we have provided some data, we want it to write it, rephrase it, review it, and whatnot. Mid journey is a tool that is prominently used for working with images or videos. Delhi, again, a model of ChatGPT, which is used primarily for creating image. So here, these standalone tools are those tools which are which can work independently. So that means by these tools having the capability of working independently. What I mean is, if you have logged on to ChatGPT and you want ChatGPT to do a particular task for you, you don't need any other application, any other software, or any other AI model. Whatever the ChatGPT is capable of doing, it can do that for you without any other help. Similarly, Midjourney will do the task for what it is capable of. Don't get confused that there is a AI model which is designed specifically for creating photographs or images basis the input that you are providing, and you expect that tool to do text processing. No, that will not happen. If the tool is for text processing, it will not be able to create an image for you. And if the tool is designed to create a image, then it will not be able to do text processing. There is one AI tool named as Suno AI, Suno, Suno AI. That tool is designed and developed for composing songs for you. Okay. If time permits, I will give you a demo of that as well. Suno AI. So that tool is designed specifically. You can explain what type of song you are looking for, in what language you want the song to be composed, and it will create a song for you. So now, if I'm on Suno AI and if I expect it to do a text processing for me or create an image, then actually I'm unfair to the AI tool. So if you pick up the right tool for your task, then that standalone AI tool can perform that task for you. Okay. So that is the first category of AI tools. Am I? The second category of AI tool is integrated AI tools. Here, what happens is these tools uh, work in synchronization with other tools. Like if we talk about Netflix, So you go to Netflix, you watch a particular movie or a particular web series or whatever. Then what happens is it starts suggesting you what you should be watching next. So here actually Netflix is not doing it, but there is a AI model which is sitting at the back, which is observed your behavior or uh, observed your searches, whatever you have done on Netflix, and basis that it is providing you with the recommendations. So here Netflix is not doing it by itself, but it is doing it in um, uh, doing with the help of some AI model sitting at the back. So that's why we are saying these are integrated tools. That means more than one tool is talking to each other and giving us the results or outputs. Then the third category is the customized AI tool. The customized AI tools are developed for a particular, we can say, company or a particular task. For example, you want to travel from point A to point B in your city. You will go to a tool of that cab service provider or that rider service provider, Rapido or Uber, Ola, or in here in Saudi we have got something called Kareem, whatnot. Nowadays, you might have seen that earlier those companies, I can think of one very good example, that is Uber. So Uber was just in providing the cab services, but now they have come up with something called Uber Eat as well, where they are getting the foods also delivered, right? Now, using the tool of Uber, can you book a cab from Ola or for that matter, any other service provider? Yes, no, maybe. No, we can't, right? Because the application developed, and why I'm saying it as a AI tool, I will come to that also. Otherwise, you may think that, okay, that is a specific tool for Uber, but where the AI comes into picture. So using the Uber app, you cannot book a service that has been provided by some other company. So that's why we can say that it is a customized tool for Uber only. Now, where the AI comes into picture, the moment you select the pickup point and the drop point, depending on the time of the day, the traffic conditions, it will provide you with two information in the first place. I may be little bit off track in terms of the sequence, but whatever information we will get, I will try to cover all of that. So first thing, the moment you will pick up your, sorry, you will confirm your pickup location and drop location. It will provide you with two basic information. That is estimated time, how much time it will take you to reach from point A to point B, and the estimated uh, cost that you will incur in covering that distance. In the subsequent steps, it may take you how much time it will take for the driver to reach to your place, so on and so forth, right? So here the AI is coming into picture because by reading how it has the map at the back end from which obviously it can calculate the distance. But where AI really comes into picture is it is collating the data of traffic during the different time periods in the during the day, whether it's a working day, it's a weekend. Then again, there may be some seasonal variations. So the tool sitting at the back end analyzes this entire data, that okay, on 5th of May, or rather today's 8th of August. So on 8th of August in Riyadh, It's Friday. So normally during the daytime, there will be lesser traffic on the roads. So the time it will take, the time I will take to reach from point A to point B in Riyadh will be say 15 minutes. But if it's a working day and if I am trying to travel during the early hours of morning, that same distance I may take 30 minutes or 45 minutes, depending on the and how the tool is able to provide me that information basis the analysis of traffic conditions. So that's how AI is coming into picture for the customized tools also. So I hope the three types of AI tools which are very common is clear to you. Moving further, let's spend like five uh, 5 odd minutes understanding the history of AI or artificial intelligence. Now, before I actually jump into this section, I have a question for you, all of you. What is your thought? How much, like, how old this concept of AI is? It is saying from ancient times. Okay. All right. 10 years, 10 years. Okay. Guys, I'm sorry to say I'm disappointing you. It is neither 10 years nor it is from ancient times. The artificial intelligence, the thought of artificial intelligence, or the thought of making machines artificially intelligent enough so that it can mimic or it can start behaving like human beings was introduced in year 1950. And Alan Turing was the person who first thought about this concept or introduced this idea of intelligent machines. But Alan Turing never used the term artificial intelligence. Then, 6 years later, there was one gentleman known as John McCarthy. And there was a conference in Dartmouth College. There, the term artificial intelligence was first coined or was first introduced. Then it was in year 1960s and 70s when some progress happened in regard to artificial intelligence. Alexa was the first chatbot, or nowadays in most of the websites you will find there is a chatbot. You ask a question and it will reply back to you. And there was one robot which was built somewhere between 1960s and 70s by the name of Shanky. And it was the first robot who was able to make some basic decisions. But unfortunately, between the years between 1970s to 1980s is considered as winters for artificial intelligence. Why it is called winters for artificial intelligence? You must have read about Ice Age, right? Uh, so in Ice Age, what happens is everything is frozen and almost uh, there is no change or no progress. So same thing happened with artificial intelligence between 1970s and 1980s. And the primary reason was during this time, the machines or the computers were not that much capable to handle so much of data and so much of uh, the machines were not capable both in terms of software as well as hardware to handle this huge quantity of data. So there was literally almost no progress. Come year 1990s and 2000, that's where the things really started moving, and a supercomputer by the name of Deep Blue was made to play against Gary Kasparov, who was the then world chess world champion, and the computer or the machine was able to defeat Gary Kasparov. So that's when people really started thinking on these lines that yes, machines can be that intelligent, or the machines can actually start behaving like human beings. And then, boom, the things have started moving very fast. And here you can see in 2011, Siri was introduced, then Contra, then Alexa, then Google Assistant, then Bixby, and so on and so forth. But the real change started happening after 2020s, where the different AI models starts getting introduced. And by the way, here, let me tell you one thing. The world of artificial intelligence is changing at a very rapid pace. We started this session around 2 o'clock Saudi time or 4:30 India time. Trust me when I'm saying this, how the entire world of artificial intelligence was at 2 p.m. 8th of August 2025 is not the same right now, which is like 3 p.m. 8th of August 2025. So it is changing at a very rapid pace. And I will show you something later in the session. Now, first we spoke about artificial intelligence. Then the second big thing that came up was generative AI models. So you can think of this as a waiter and a chef. You goes to a restaurant and the waiter comes up with a menu card. You can go through the menu card and order whatever you want. The waiter will go to the kitchen and will get you exactly what you have ordered for. So here, your choices are limited. Whatever is available, you will get that only. On the contrary, if you speak to the chef and you tell him that, okay, I want something like this, say, for example, uh, you like potatoes. You say, I want something made of potato where you have not used oil. It should be mildly spicy and you should not boil it. You should not fry it. Make me something like this. So here what we are doing is we are telling what is there in my mind. And then chef will follow your instructions and will create a new dish for you. That dish is not at all there in the menu, but still the chef was able to create something new for you basis the inputs or basis your instructions. So same thing, the generative AI models are powerful enough or they are capable enough that can actually create something new for you which is not already there. And here you can see example where Alan Musk is like playing Holi, a festival of colors in India. Do you really think this is an original photograph of Alan Musk playing Holi with? Um, uh, and there is one more gentleman. I'm sorry, I'm not able to recognize this guy because I just simply downloaded it from somewhere. So these two gentlemen, 110% sure they are not from Indian origin. They don't have they must not have played Holi like this at least. But still, the AI models, which fall in the category of generative AI, were able to create these photographs. And how it got created, we just explained to the AI model that this is what I want. Now, the latest trend or the biggest shift that is happening in the world of AI is development of agentic models or agentic AI. Now, what does agentic AI does is, let's assume I am a multi-billionaire. Okay. And I have like 20 different lines of business which are running. I have hundreds and thousands of people working for me. Still, I and I'm not investing. I'm not an investor in a stock market. I have all the other line of business except for investing. Now I want to develop a new line of business for myself, that is investing in a stock market. But the biggest challenge that I have is I don't have time to go through the data available on a stock market, how the market is trending, picking up stocks, making up investing in those stocks, buying them, selling them. I don't have time to do all that. But still, I want to do that. What are my options? Anyone? What are your thoughts? What are some of the options that I can have? How can I be a active investor in a stock market without having time? I can use AI. And here what I will do is I will create some, someone is saying do it online. Even if I want to do it online, I will have to log into the website, go through the data, trends, and blah, 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 what all not. Keeping an eye on the world news, what is happening. And these days, the geopolitical scenarios are changing like this. And one news, one message, one announcement turns the markets upside down. So what the best option is, I can create a AI agent for myself. I will explain what are my objectives, how I will do it, or how a person would have done it. Okay. And by the way, I will show you a complete AI agent later in the session. Now, I will, so if rather than doing it myself, I'll hire somebody, I'll tell him that, okay, first and foremost thing, I want you to invest only in somebody is saying that to create an agent, you need to have the knowledge too. Yes. And that's where this whole thing comes when we put together this entire thing. Trust me, by the end of this session, you yourself will be able to create an AI agent. Okay. With that, so, uh, okay, it will be better. I will show it to you rather than explaining it. But before we dive into that part of session where we will be talking about how to create a agent, AI agent, we need to cover something really important, and that is this is the overall structure how the artificial intelligence is like. uh, the broader thing is artificial intelligence. Under it we have got something called machine learning, then we have got something called deep learning, then we have got something called discriminative, where the agentic AI comes into picture. And again, guys, I don't want to bombard you with too much of technical knowledge, talking in detail about what are the different types of machine learning, what is supervised learning, unsupervised learning, and all that. That is not necessary. Okay. But if somebody really wants to master the whole concept, then yes, all those things you need to understand, learn. At least you should have the basic learning. So we are not going to touch base upon all those things. But even before we actually, and as I said, like this session is divided into two parts. The first one where we will be doing most of the talking and just walking you through some of the basics of AI. And the second, in the second half of the session, we will be doing something. You will see things happening. and I will walk you through all those steps. So now we are almost at the verge of uh, diving into the second half of the session. Yes, uh, someone is saying so we need to first learn and then give our authority to agent, plus also need to set alerts for my interferences in crisis. Absolutely. So see, when consider yourself, and before I answer to that comment, let me show you this. Remember, AI is not the master, but it's an assistant. Okay. So consider yourself as a business owner or an entrepreneur or a manager, or even for that matter, you can consider yourself as a teacher as well. Right. So till the time you are not thorough with something, till the time you are not confident about something, how will you instruct your employees, your team members, or your students? So, yes, it is correct that first you need to understand the things. And here, when I'm saying you need to understand the things, I'm not saying that you need to learn the entire coding or you should be capable of making some AI models or something like that. No. The only thing that you need to learn or master is how to interact with AI. For almost last 70 odd minutes, I'm talking to you guys. I'm trying to uh, transfer some information that I have with me with all of you. I'm trying to share that knowledge or that information with you, right? And so far, what I can make out from the comments that I am getting on the chat box is that I'm able to at least share some of the knowledge, and I am able to do it effectively. That's the feeler I'm getting from it, right? But what I if I start talking in a language which you guys are not able to follow? I spent my entire childhood in northeastern part of India, and I have picked up couple of local languages. Though now, as I'm out of touch, out of practice, I'm not that fluent with those languages. But suppose if I start speaking in Assamese language all of a sudden, আপনি কেনেকুৱা ভালো কি কৰি আছে ভাত পানী খালে নে খোৱা নাই was were you able to follow any of those sentences? No, because I am talking in a language with which you are not comfortable, right? So, with the AI, if you learn or if you master the art of communicating with the AI, you are done. Okay. And you are all set to start using AI. So, an AI assistant will work as we want it to work or behave only when you will give the right instructions. Now, if I say that, okay, uh, shut down your systems, you will shut down your systems, and then I'm sitting alone talking to my system. So, what happened? The process broke, right? So, that's where this art of talking to AI comes into picture. If you master the art, how to communicate with AI, you are sorted. Now comes the real thing. How to communicate with AI. There is a very fancy word or very fancy term used as prompt engineering. And the origin of this prompt engineering is from the world of dramatics. So earlier people used to do plays of like 2 hours, 3 hours, 4 hours long, right? And the artists or the actors find it very difficult to memorize all those dialogues for the length of 2 hour, 3 hour play. Then what happens? There used to be people hiding behind the side screens, having the complete script, and they keep on uh, telling the actors what is the next dialogue, what is the next dialogue, and that this process was known as prompting. So from there, the this prompt engineering came into picture. So here, actually, we are uh, telling the AI models after each and every step, okay, this is what you have done. Now, this is what I want you to do next. This is what I want you to do next. Rather than giving a whole instruction which is spread over 5, 10, 15, or 100 pages, we are telling it step by step. So that's where the prompt engineering comes into picture. The language that AI can understand is prompt engineering. Prompt engineering is the process of designing clear inputs or instructions to guide AI in generating accurate and relevant responses. So, if either the input is incorrect that you are providing or the instruction that you are giving to a AI model is ambiguous, then trust me, it may be like it may happen once in a blue moon that you will get the desired or accurate result. Otherwise, in all the probabilities, the response or the result that you will get from AI will be erroneous, vague, or something that you are not liking. And I keep on talking to people about what is their experience of using AI. And one of the very common response I get is, I used it, but I'm not getting the desired result. It is not working the way I want it to work. And the simple reason behind it is they are not giving the right inputs or right instructions. So, being said that, there are different techniques of prompting, and currently there are like 15 plus ways of doing the prompting, depending on the situation, depending on the circumstances, or what type of work you want to do. But in today's session, because of the time limitation, we will be going through only three prompting techniques, that is zero shot prompting, few shot prompting, and chain of thought prompting. So now the real stuff starts happening, and we will start with zero shot prompting. When we talk about zero shot prompting, what happens is we don't provide any example. The model relies purely on the data which has already been fed into the system and how the model has been trained. And we give direct instructions and we get the results. Again, I'm going to stop sharing my screen. I will share my screen once again, where I will be actually walking you through the screens of ChatGPT and all. Uh, is my screen visible to you all? It should be. Yes, it is. So here, this is the ChatGPT screen, which most of you are familiar of. And here, just in the interest of time, what I did is I have already selected rather some examples of prompts, so that I don't waste time in thinking and drafting. So here, the first prompt that we are going to write is, and this is, by the way, example of zero shot prompting. What we are saying is, the prompt that we are giving is, write a professional email to my boss asking for a meeting to discuss my career development. Keep it concise and polite. I hope this is visible to all of you, right? Now I guess it is better. Okay. So this is a simple prompt that we have given. We have not given any context or any background, just a simple request. And let's see how it works now. Request for meeting to discuss career development. Okay, boss, name of the boss. I hope you are doing well. It so on and so forth. And as I'm using my chat GPT to GPT, so it has put in my name here. Now, if I change this prompt little bit, uh, sorry, rather than changing this, I will copy this prompt. I'll paste it here. Write a professional email to my boss, whose name is Mr. X. And yeah, and asking for a meeting. Now let's see how it works. What response we get. Why it is not responding? It is thinking. Let it think. So now see, can you see the difference? Somebody wants to say something? Okay. Now here, what we did is we provided one additional input, that is name of my boss. So rather than in the first response we got dear boss name, instead of giving me a blank space, it drafted the complete email for me. Let's take another example. Okay. Now we wanted to summarize this article. And here for summarize, so what we are saying is summarize the article in 3 bullet points, focusing on the main findings. Okay. So obviously we need to provide the article as well. So for that, today only I wrote one article on LinkedIn. So I have provided the article as well. So see, this is the length of article, which is of like almost 1008 words. And if I ask someone or if I had to do it myself, that go through this all 1008 odd words and give me 3 bullet points, it would have taken me almost uh, 15-20 minutes, right? But here it very neatly, very nicely went through the entire article and gave me 3 bullet points, and that too, I guess, in less than 30 seconds. This is one thing. Now, let me show you something else as well, if the things are working for me. Yes, I told you something that the AI keeps on changing very fast, right? So this is the paid version of OpenAI platform. And here you can see still people are saying chat GPT 4, GPT 4.5 and all, but they have actually introduced chat GPT model 5 as well. And there is not only one model, there are multiple models of chat GPT 5. So this is something I also discovered this morning only when I was going through this. Now, why I brought you to this OpenAI platform? Let me show you. Because the more deeper you will go, how the models are responding will also keep on changing for you. Uh, Sorry, let's go back to this thing only. The same prompt we will try here. The prompt is go through the article and summarize it in 3 bullet points. And this is the output that we have received. right? So I'm going to copy this prompt, pasting this prompt here as it is. Let me refresh it. I pasted the same prompt here, and let's see what result we are going to get. This is really interesting, huh? Okay. So this is the result we got. I'm not concerned. I'm not focusing on whether the result what we have received here is exactly the same what we have received here. I want to show you something different. Here next to the model, you can see here these couple of lines. Let me try and increase the, oops, yes. Oops. You can see this, right? These small icons. These are the setting icons, okay? And here are different settings. What are the settings? It is for temperature, max token, and top P. So now let's try and play around with this. So maximum token is 2048. Let's reduce it to 1000. Okay. We are making here I'm going to touch base on this only. So I'm just making one change. That is, I have changed the maximum tokens from 2000 to 1000. That's it. We are not going to do anything else. By the way, just let me copy this and paste it somewhere for future reference. Uh, okay. This is the output that we got before changing the number of max tokens. Now let's go back here. Uh, from here, let's copy the same prompt, what we have copied earlier. And now we have executed it. Ideally, let's see. Oops, not here. So see, the length has reduced to a considerable here. The total number of words are 119. Sorry, yes, 119. And here, the total number of words, the response was 132. So the number of words, the response that we have received has reduced. If we further reduce the number of maximum token to say, this time let's make it 100. Let's copy the same prompt, paste it here. And now let's see what is the result we are getting. So see, the result has further, the size of response that we have got has got reduced further. So this is the response we are getting when we uh, brought down the number of tokens, maximum tokens for the response. See, this is the only response we are getting, and that is only in 57 words. So what I'm trying to tell you here is why I brought you here. This is entirely in your hand to alter that how your AI model will work on. How the change in settings of temperature, what is the top P, how change in this impacts the resultant output. Sorry, because of time constraint, I will not be able to discuss that in detail. Otherwise, we will miss on rest of the things. So here the one thing that I wanted to make you understand is, and this is by the way not very this is not something very technical or very complicated. Just with little bit of understanding, little bit of practice, you can also master this how to change the settings or what will be their impact, and accordingly you can start developing your AI tools. So that's what I wanted to tell you. Coming back to this now, saw the zero shot prompting. The next we are going to talk about is few shot prompting. In few shot prompting, what we do is, uh, let me go back to the presentation. So in few shot prompting, what we does is we provide some examples as patterns. Okay. We give two, three different instances. Okay. This is how it, if this is the situation, this is how it should work. If this is the situation, this is how it should work. So we are giving some example, or you can say we are uh, teaching the model how it should work. And once we do that, what happens is it actually enhances its accuracy, because now it has got some reference point to check that what I'm doing, is it correct? Is it matching with what the user has told me or not? So in few shot prompting, rather than asking the question directly, we first provide some examples. That's how the few shot prompting works. Before I move to few shot prompting, any questions? Are we clear with the zero shot prompting, or you have any question before I move further? Guys, please reply fast. We unfortunately we are running bit late, so I will be rushing through rest of the um, things. But at the same point in time, I don't want you guys to lose, and I don't want to hold you guys back. So if you have any questions, please drop in your question, else I will consider it as it is clear and we can move further. Okay, I will consider that this as no question and I'm moving further. So here in this few short prompting, the example is classify the tone of these emails as either urgent, friendly, or formal. This is what we want the AI model to do for us. That is to classify the tone of the email. But in few short prompting, we provide some example. What are the examples we are providing? Email. Hi, Sarah. Hope you are doing well. Would love to catch up over coffee soon. So if the email is written like this, that means the tone is friendly. When the email is written something like this, please submit the quarterly reports by 5 p.m. today. This is time sensitive. That means it is urgent. If the email is written like this, that dear Mr. Johnson, I'm writing to formally request a meeting regarding a postponed budget changes. That means it is a formal. So here we have provided three examples. Formal, urgent, friendly, urgent, and formal. And then we are giving the real task. Now classify this email. So we will copy this entire prompt and here we go. It simply said that this tone is friendly, right? Because, hey team, great job on presentation yesterday. Let's celebrate. So obviously it is friendly. Now let me start a new chat. Why I'm refreshing the chat every now and then? Why I'm going to a new chat? So that it should not take a reference from what we have done in past. And let's try out this. I have copied the last prompt only, classify the email, and let's see what response we get. Still, it is giving us friendly. So for some of the simpler tasks, even if we don't uh, give a background, we may get the desired result. Okay. So I just wanted to show you that. So this is few short prompting. After that, okay, guys, uh, give me the name of the cities from where you are attending this session right now. Very quickly, give me the name of the cities from where you are attending this session. Okay, Delhi, Mumbai. From where rest of the guys are, please drop in name of your cities real fast. Okay, I will go with the first city, that is Mumbai. Now, I have a question for you guys. How many basketballs we will require if we draw a straight line between Riyadh and Mumbai? Okay. If we draw a straight line between Riyadh and Mumbai, how many basketballs we can place on that line? How many basketballs we will require to cover the distance between Riyadh and Mumbai? Tough question, right? And again, as I said, like we are running short of time, so I will not wait for answers. What we can do is simply we will measure the distance between Riyadh and Mumbai. We will uh, convert it into say kilometers. First, we and let's again, guys, please. I'm not here to go into the details of calculations. I'm just taking random examples. So let's assume the distance between Riyadh and Mumbai is, say, for example, 3,000 kilometers. Now let's convert it into meters, which comes to uh, what? Uh, 30 lakh kilometers, if I'm not mistaken. Now, if we uh, further multiply it and try to convert it into centimeters, we will further multiply it by 100. Hope I'm doing the calculation correct. Multiplied by 100. So it is 300 million centimeters. Okay. Now, next, let's assume the diameter of one basketball is 30 centimeters. So what I will do is I will divide this 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 divided by 30, and let's ask what is the answer. So this is coming as what? 1 million or 1 billion? I don't know. Let me ask. What is this number? Million or billion? Okay. So this is 10 million. Perfect. So we got an answer that to cover a straight line or to cover the distance between Riyadh and Mumbai, we will require 10 million basketballs. Okay. Some of you must be confused that from where the basketball has come into picture. Let me explain. Here, what we did, we had a problem. The original problem that we had was to find the number of basketballs that we will require to cover the distance between Mumbai and Riyadh. Okay. That was our basic problem, which we were trying to solve. And we were not able to find a way of directly reaching to our answer. What we did, we broke down the problem in step by step manner. First, we calculated the distance between Riyadh and Mumbai. Then we converted it into a unit in which is relatable to a unit in which we can measure the diameter of basketball, because obviously we cannot calculate the diameter of basketball in kilometers or meters, right? Because basketball is not that big. So we brought it down to the level of centimeters, and centimeter is a good enough unit in which we can measure both the distance between Riyadh and Mumbai, as well as we can measure the diameter of basketball. And then by working on these two numbers, we were able to find the number of basketballs that we will require, or the number of basketballs that we will fit between Riyadh and Mumbai, right? So what we did, we built a chain of thought, and that's what exactly is our next prompting technique, which we call is chain of thought prompting. In this chain of thought prompting, what we do is we do step by step reasoning. That's what we did here. We decompose the problem. That means we break the problem in smaller logical steps. And how, why we were able to do this? Because we were thinking like human beings. And here, when we are doing the steps in a step by step logical manner, the chances of going wrong, or even if we go wrong, then to find out the step where we went wrong, how to amend that or how to correct that particular step also increases. So that's what the entire process or method of chain of thought of prompting is all about. Now, let me show you an example. Here, problem store has 48 apples. They sell one third of them in morning and one fourth of remaining apples in afternoon. How many apples are left? This is my problem. Let's work through this step by step, starting with 48 apples, so on and so forth. So I'm not going to read it out. I'm simply going to copy this, go back to my GPT prompt, open a new prompt, and let's paste it. And let's see what results we get. So see, here it is telling us exactly. Uh, 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 I, hang on. Let me open another. Uh, 3, 4, 5, 6 multiplied by 100. Boom. So see the difference here. Here, I use the zero shot prompting. I, without giving any reference, anything, I simply asked the question and it gave me the answer. Simple. But here, when we are actually using the chain of thought prompting method, what it is doing is it is not only giving us the answer, it also gave us how it reached to this uh, answer. So it is clearly telling us that, okay, this is what, uh, this is how many sold, then remaining, so on and so forth. So here you have the clear working as well, right? So chain of thought prompting walks you actually through the entire process rather than simply slapping you with the answer, if I may use that word. Am I clear, guys? Any questions, any thoughts? These three methods of prompting is clear to you guys? I know it may be a little bit difficult to absorb the entire thing, And one thing I would like to tell you is after the session, I will be sharing couple of uh, documents with you, which obviously will include the presentation that I have been using. Then I will be sharing couple of examples of prompts uh, that you can try out at your end and see the difference. Okay. Now coming back to our presentation, let's see what next. So here, this is just a slide containing the quick comparison, like where you should be using the uh, which prompting technique, how complex it is, or how uh, the the prompting technique is all about. Okay, so this is just for information, and I have already spoken a lot about this, so I'm not going to spend too much time. Now here on this slide, and minded guys, I told you this thing, that for better, reliable and expected results from any of the AI model, whether you are using a paid version, whether you are using a free version, whether you are doing text processing, image processing, voice processing, whatever you are doing, and for whatever purpose, whichever AI tool you are using, if you want to get reliable, accurate, and expected results, you should know how to do the prompting. And some of the best practices that you must follow while prompting is be specific, be very clear what is that you want to ask. Secondly, specify the format. Remember, in that example where I was showing you how change in number of tokens was changing the result, right? In that we gave a specific task that analyze this article, give us three key points, right? Instead of, or sorry, the prompt was summarize this article and give us three key points, right? Instead of telling it, give us 3 points, we can simply say summarize this article for me. Maybe we would have received a paragraph as an output. So if you have a predetermined or prerequisite in terms of the format of output, tell it very clearly that how you want the output to be. Then for better results, provide some context, provide some background. It will help, because see what is going through in your mind that AI is not having in its mind. AI is not that capable that when you are sitting in front of your system working, it can read your mind. So when you are drafting a letter or an email or making a presentation, we all have some information sitting in the back of our mind, or if I may use the term, in our subconscious mind, right? If you provide that information as well to the AI tool, then your results will be more closer to what you are thinking or what is your vision. And whenever you have a complex problem, try to break it down into smaller or manageable pieces. So if you try and follow all these four best practices of prompting, I can assure you the results you will get from AI models will be much, much better. Okay, let's move further. What next? I will walk you very quickly through a tool where you can create your website without having any knowledge of coding. That is first thing I have for you. And the second thing is I will show you how you can automate your workflow, or if we may raise the bar little bit, and if we want to give more fancy title to it, how to create your own agent, or how to create your own agentic AI. These are the last two things which I have for you to share in today's session. So let's go back. So this is one of my very favorite AI agent by the name of Claude. Okay. And with Claude, this is one very good thing that most of the features which are available in the paid version are also available in the free version. So for the practice, you can start with free version. Later on, if you think that yes, this is a tool that you will be using quite often and it will be very useful for you, you can switch to paid version. Uh, the first thing that you should do is you should select the model that you want to use. Uh, Currently, the Claude Opus 4.1 and Claude Sonnet 4 are available in public, and there are other models as well available, but these are the two models which Claude prefers you to use. And they have provided you with a brief description also. uh, Opus is mainly used for large model for complex challenges, and Claude Sonnet is for a smart, efficient model for everyday use. So, depending on your requirement, you can choose the model that you want to work. Now, fastest finger first. We want to create a website. Whosoever will respond first, I will make website for that particular thing. Tell me. Okay. So I got my response, travel. I will go with that. And here, just see the magic. Consider yourself as expert in creating professional and eye catching, mm, eye catching and user friendly websites for online business. So here what we have done is we have given a context. Okay. Or we are assigning a role to our AI model. The role that we have assigned is you are an expert in creating professional and eye-catching website, and though the website should look professional, it should be eye-catching. At the same point in time, it should be user-friendly website. That means users can use it easily for online businesses. We have given the context, our expectation, what is at the back of our mind. We have given everything. Now we will ask, create a website for my travel business. We are providing, because obviously you will even, let's assume we are not using AI. We have hired someone to design and develop our website. So to that person also, we will have to provide some information, right? So that is what we are doing here. So what type of services we are providing? We are providing cabs, buses, and flight booking. We also deal in uh, package TO tours for Europe and mm, 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 Europe and India, or rather Asia. Okay, I'm done. That's what I'm going to tell it. And now let's see what's happening. See, this is where the magic is happening. This is the coding, what you can see on the right hand side. Okay. I'm not doing anything. I'm sitting, chill, relaxing, talking to you guys, and the tool is doing the magic for me. Just imagine, even if you are a professional coder having a huge experience in writing codes, will you be able to write the code at this pace? Honestly speaking, I don't think so. It is humanly possible. That's one. Secondly, we just gave our requirement like 30 seconds back, and it has started writing the code for us. Just imagine, if you are a person who knows how to do the coding and you have only this much of information, can you start writing the code in 30 seconds? Again, my take on this is no, it's humanly not possible. I will sit with a piece of pen and paper, think through maybe for a couple of hours before deciding that, okay, what should be the background, how the website should look like, what should be the different sections in the website and all. Maybe I will spend like almost a day in, first of all, visualizing it, jotting down my points, and after that, I will start the coding part. But the task which a human being would have performed in one day, here it has been performed in just 30 seconds. And boom, we are on the go, right? Similarly, once in, I guess, next 1 minute or so, the first look of website should be available with you. So if I'm doing it for myself, and here you go, your website is there. Book your journey here. Our booking services, what we said, we deals in car, yes, car booking. We provide bus services, yes. Flight booking, yes, it is there. Featured tour package, popular. European dream, yes. Best value, golden triangle in India. Southeast Asia, explore. Why choose travel ease? It has even suggested you a name. Best prices, secure booking 24 by 7, trusted partners. So even if you are going to use a website to book your tour package, these are some of the things that we look for, right? Why to go with this service provider only? And see, cherry on the top, it has even provided you with some customer feedbacks also, and it is giving you address, but obviously it has put some random address because we have not provided anything. This is our contact information. It has created a form for you. It has even created some links which you can later on update to plug in your social media handles. So boom, my website is there, right? Now the next question is it nice? Is this what I exactly wanted? Okay, the output we received in say 5 minutes. Now, let me put it this way. I had one day in which I wanted to create a website for my business. I have only one day, or to be precise, I have 10 hours. And if I had to do it manually, it will take us, I would not have been able to achieve this much in one day. But now, with the help of AI, I have achieved this in 5 minutes maximum. Still, I am left with 9 hours and 55 minutes. I can make whatever changes I want. For example, the color is here purple or something like that, right? I want you to change the background COLOUR color to green or uh, to shades of green which should keep on changing every 5 seconds. I don't know. I have never tried this earlier. Huh? I'm just while I was talking to you guys, this thought came to my mind, and let's give this command. Okay, what is happening? Still it is working. I thought it stopped working. Okay, so just in the interest of time, we will not wait for this website to get completed. Any which ways, it will get completed in the background. Let me take you to another screen, which is where we were talking about agentic AI or personal agent or things like that. Okay, come on. I think now the system is also slow. It wants us to take a break. No, it is coming up. Good. Okay. So here, this is another AI model, which is known as make.com. Okay. And using make.com, we can automate the things for us, or we can develop our own workflows, or we can create our agents, or we can create agentic AI. Very simple. I'm giving you a very simple example just for to make you understand the potential. Okay. And obviously we have almost not almost, rather we have completed 2 hours of our time, but still I would request you to stay back for 10 more minutes, so I will walk you through this. Here what I have done is I have used Google Sheets, I have used ChatGPT models, and again here is Google Sheet. Then I have used Facebook, then this is another module. And then I have used LinkedIn, and again here I have used Google Sheet. What I am doing is I am assume that I am a content creator. Here you see our website is ready. It has made the changes, and now see the color has changed, and it will keep on changing every 5 seconds for sure. See, now it is all in green, right? So somebody asked a question that can we make the editings? Yes, we can make the editing. And for that matter, let me show you something here. This is our website, AI Fusion 9. Okay, still I'm working on it, developing it. And everything, whatever you see on this website, right? I have not hired anyone. I am a commerce graduate. I have no technical background. But whatever you can see here, it is I have created myself. Here you can see the website is having only one page, but here when you go to this website here, there are multiple pages, right? So the deal is very simple. Ask the right question, you will get the right answer. How to ask the right question, which tool you should be using and all that, that's where the things get little bit tricky. But trust me, it's not rocket science. You can, if you have the uh, urge to learn, you can master all of this. Okay. Now, coming back to this. So yes, this website part we have completed. So I'll not come back onto this screen again. We will focus on this screen. So I am a content creator, for example, and I want to make sure that I am posting content on my social media handles on a regular basis. Because if you are not regular, then the algorithms running at the background of the social media platforms, they don't prioritize your content. It will not appear high up in the search, so on and so forth. And moreover, say for example, your audiences, right? If you are posting something, they are liking it. And if you are not uh, regular in posting, you lost the connect, you lose the engagement. And those who are actually on social media platforms, they know how difficult it is to get the traction or the attention of people and to maintain it, right? So my problem is I should be posting content on different social media platforms on a regular basis. But unfortunately, there are a couple of other commitments that I have, because of which I'm not able to maintain the regularity. Option: hire somebody and let that person do your work. Here, I'm not going to hire anyone, I'm going to hire AI. And guys, try to relate it to a manual process, how we would have done it manually. Okay. So here, this is the Google Sheet. Here, what I have done is I have created a list of topics. So yes, I, as a owner of my social media platforms, I should be deciding what I want to post. That means the title or the topic of the content. And if you really want to be active, obviously you will have to devote some time. So on any of the Saturdays or Sundays or any day of your choice, when you think you are free, you created a list. Okay. So here I have created a small list of the topics on which I want to post. Then what I did in this column, I have dropped down. What it says, it has got four choices to choose from. First one is post, second one is review, third one is create post, fourth one is posted. So now let's think how we would have done it manually. I have a topic. The first step is I will create a post. That means I'm giving the command create a post rather than and assume that AI is not working for you. I'm giving this task to someone human. Okay. What I will do, I will tell that person that, boss, this is the topic. Now I want you to create a post. Now, those who use social media or those who are active on social media, you must have observed the type of post which normally people do on LinkedIn is little bit different from how they are, what type of post they are doing on Facebook or what type of post they are doing on Instagram. So depending on the audience, depending on the platform, the look and feel of post also changes. So what I'm telling my assistant is, boss, this is the topic. I want you to create a post which is suitable for LinkedIn and Facebook. And we have observed this, that post which is supported by an image gets more attention, more responses, likes, comments, whatever, whatever. Okay. So I want you to create an image also for me. So these are the three things that I'm asking my agent, my assistant to do. Okay. Done. Now let's go. Here, I'm executing this workflow. And again, I'm sitting, relaxed, chill. I'm not doing anything. The system is taking care of the things for me. You see here, you can see on the chat GPT, something is happening. Then number one has appeared. Now it is happening here. Some processing is happening. And again, in couple of seconds, a bubble will come up with number one in it. And then it will go to the Google Sheet. And then I will show you what it has done in the background for us. How is it going so far? Okay, boring, waste of time. Drop in your comments. Now we will go to our Excel sheet. This is the sorry, Google sheet. This is the same sheet what I was showing to you just now. These three columns were blank. LinkedIn post, Facebook post, and image. It was blank. Nothing was there. Now something is there. Moreover, check this out. In the post control column, we have put create post. It has got changed to review. That means what? My agent has done the work and it is telling me that, boss, as per your instructions, I have created the post for LinkedIn. I have created the post for Facebook, and I have also created the image. Please review it. Let's go and see how the image is looking like. Yes, role, action, expectation. This is what was there. So yes, for me, as of now, it is looking good. Okay. Now, what I will do is I have reviewed it, and that's what we normally do, right? Even if I'm doing it manually, my assistant has done some work. I have reviewed it, and now I'm saying, yes, go ahead. Move to the next step. What is the next step? Post this content for me. Okay. This is what you will do, right? Even manually, you have reviewed it. You will say, okay, go ahead, post it. Now let's go back here. I'm running it again. Now this time, see, here you have got 0 and this workflow has got activated. Here one is done, here one is done, here one is done, and here also one is done. That means what? In the first workflow, or in the as a first task, the agent has created the post for us. And as the second workflow, or as the second task, it has posted for us. Has it really posted or not? Let's see. Uh, uh, uh. Again, I'm back to my LinkedIn profile. I hope you can see the screen. Okay. Let's go to my profile. Here is the activity. Oops, sorry. See, this is the same image what we have created. It has posted here. When it has posted? Now, like as we were talking. Okay. But obviously, I don't want to keep this post here. So I'm going to delete it. It was just for your understanding. So LinkedIn, yes, it worked. What about Facebook? Let's go to Facebook. So first we went to LinkedIn. That's why we lost 1 minute. So here you can see it is showing that it has been posted just 1 minute back. The entire context, whatever is there, entire content, whatever is there in the Facebook post, everything you can see here. The image, what we have just checked out, it is here. So whatever I have done, whatever I have shown you, it is happening in the real time. It is not that something I've created earlier and showing it to you now. Okay. So how we did it? First, we mapped and by the way, this make.com is again a free tool. You need not to pay anything for it. Okay. Yes, obviously, something which is free will have some limitations. So the only limitation is number of operations. That means number of tasks. Okay. When you are logging in, you will get 100 operations per month free. Every month, this gets um, restored to 1000. Okay. Now, what this task or operations is, let me show you that. Let's go. Sorry. Very quickly, I will cover this part. Just remember this number 981. That means out of 1000 for this month, that is month of August, I have already consumed 19 operations and I am left with 981 operations. Okay. For now, just keep a note of that number. Let's open this again. Here, I am again deleting this all. Let's start it fresh. Create post. I'm going here and I'm running the scenario. So see 1, 2, 3, mm, come on, come on, come on, come on. We are running short of time. Rather, we are already late. So now let's count this 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That means it has done 5 tasks. The first task, what it did was it went to the Google Sheet and checked that what in how many columns in how many rows of column C we have a value as create post. Then here it checked that if this is the value in column C, then which path it should follow. It should follow path 1 or path 2. So first task uh, was to check the value in column C. The second task was to check which part to follow. The third task was to draft the message for LinkedIn and for Facebook. The fourth task was to create the image. And let me show you whether the image is getting changed or not. So see, this time the image has again changed, right? So it has created a new image. And finally, the fourth task was to update all the values in Google Sheet. That is the post which has been, the content which has been created for LinkedIn, the content which has been created for Facebook, uh, link to the image, and also value in column C. So this is the another task it has performed. So it has basically performed 4 tasks, means 4 operations. Now let's go back to this. So what was the number? Uh, I guess it was 981, right? So see here the number has come down. This is the number of operations. So if you are able to manage your work within 1,000 operations in a month, it's fine. Now, some of my good friends will have a question that whatever you are talking is absolutely fine, but every time I had to go and run the scenario or execute the scenario, how come it is automation? No matter even if somebody is creating the tools and the post and everything for me, but I will have to log in and I don't have that much time also. No worries, friend. Here, we have got something called when we want to execute it. You can do the settings. You want to run it at regular intervals. You want to run it once. You want to run it every day. You want to run it on selective days of week, days of month, or on a specific date or on demand, whatever. So I want to run it every day, fair enough. At what time you want to run it? Set the time. What is the time zone that you want to follow? Select the time zone and click on save. Now what will happen is whether you log on to the system or not, whether you are connected, your phone is connected to the or your laptop is connected to the internet or not, This will keep on working for you without fail, 24 by 7, 365 days in a week. So either you can call it your automated workflow, or you can call it your agent or your agentic AI. That I leaves up to you. So this was an introduction. I know some of you may be a bit disappointed, but trust me, guys, this is, as I said, like it is not very complicated, but see, these are the settings that we are doing in Google Sheet. Then here, when we go to the Chat GPT model, here also we have to do quite a few uh, settings, or give some commands and all. Uh, Remember, in the AI playground, we spoke about temperature, top P, and all that. This is what it is here that we will have to do. Then here also we will have to do some uh, settings to be done. So net, just to learn this, we will have to spend at least 1 to 1.5 hours. And obviously the session was for 2 hours. So I'm sorry I was not able to walk you through this in detail. Being said that, we are coming up with 2 3 models of training, and in future we will inform you about that. If you want to master any of these tools, you can join any of our those sessions and take your learnings to the next level. So that's pretty much from my side with